right, we're entering the 5th chapter of this unfolding drama in the semifinal series between the Purefoods TJ Giants and the San Miguel Beermen for the right to face the Alaska Aces in the finals of the 2010 KFC PBA Philippine Cup. Hello everyone, Richard Del Rosario together with Coach Norman Black. Hi Coach, nice to be working with Richard. You again. All right, I'm sure we will enjoy tonight.
We always do. Yeah.
All right, so Coach is reduced to a best-of-3 affair. This is a very pivotal game for both these teams.
It's a big game for both teams because the team that wins this particular game gets the edge going into the rest of this particular series. You can see they're tied 2-2. You can see on the other side, Alaska has already swept the Ginebra team, so they're just waiting for their opponent right now. Of course, Purefoods, they got off to a great start in their last game, Game 4. They're hoping to do the same again tonight.
All right, they just tied the series. Let's talk about the Purefoods TJ Giants. And what they need in the series, Coach Norman, is consistency.
Well, consistency has not been there so far for Purefoods, even though they did win the last game. You can see the difference in their scoring. In the games that they've won, they've scored 100 points. In the games that they've lost, they've scored under 80. Also, they're the #1 defensive team in the league, but in the 2 games they've lost, they've given up 93 points per game. So they're looking for some type of consistency in their game in this particular game today because this is a pivotal game for both teams.
Consistency, especially from 2 key players, Roger and James Yap. And to tell us more about these 2 players, let's welcome to the coverage, Gino Rufino.
Thanks, Richard. Now, the Yaps of the Giants have proven to be big headaches for the Beermen. In fact, in game number 4, Roger Yap was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double when he finished with 15 points, 10 dimes, and 9 boards. Of course, Roger Yap, one of the vital cogs of the Purefoods Giants. And he came up big in game number 4, and you can see his stats to go along with 1 steal. Meanwhile, James Yap has been a monster in the 2 games they have won in the series, averaging 20.5 points per game and shooting 55% from the floor. However, in the 2 losses they suffered in this series, big game James turned out to be not so big, averaging 11 points while only hitting 22% from the field. I spoke to James before the game and he told me, "A lot is riding on me. I adjusted the defense that they throw. If they need me to be a decoy, I will be. If they need me to score, I'll try my best." Guys?
All right, Coach Norman, James Yap is a given in this series, but what's surprising for them is the performance also of Roger Yap.
Well, Roger Yap has been the starting point guard for the Purefoods team for quite a while now. He's been joined up with James Yap for maybe the last 4 or 5 years as a starting backcourt for the Purefoods club. That gives them somewhat of an advantage in this particular series, but at the same time, you're looking for James Yap to become more consistent because he, like you said, is the key.
All right, and right now let's talk about the San Miguel Beermen. Of course, for the Beermen, you know, we already know about their offensive firepower, but in order to win the series, they have to play defense.
That's correct. And San Miguel also, just like Purefoods, they're a pretty good defensive team. Let's take a look at their stats very quickly here. The 2 games that they've lost, they've given up 84 points per game, but you can see they've actually scored 93 points in the games that they've won. I should say they've given up 100 points. They're also pretty inconsistent as far as their game has been played so far in this particular series. I guess you can say for both teams, they're looking for consistency here tonight.
All right, but one thing going for the San Miguel Beermen, I'm really surprised the performance of Dynamite Danny, well, not Siegel, Danny Ildefonso here for the San Miguel Beermen. You know, we just played for them coming from sick bay, but what a contribution, especially in game number 4.
Well, somewhat of a surprise in this particular series because he was out with an injury for quite a while. You can see last time out, 17 points. 7 out of 9 from the field, 25 minutes played in that game for Danny Ives, so San Miguel will be expecting more of that from him in this game.
All right, what about the role players here for the San Miguel Beermen? They have their superstars, but these 2 guys also need to be contributing here for the Beermen.
Well, you can see Miranda on your screen there along with Pinisi, and both guys really have to step up in this particular game. The big difference between the wins and the losses is really what matters here. You know, some guys are playing well when they're winning, but they're not playing so well when they're losing. That's probably one of the reasons, or major reasons, why they're losing games. So we keep saying the word consistency over and over again, but both teams really looking for that in this particular series.
All right, in a few moments, we will begin Game 5 of this best-of-7 series. We'll just take a short break. Don't go away. Game 5 coming your way.
Also in guard number 7, Dodon Ontiveros. At center, number 10, Danny Ildefonso. At forward, number 23, Jay Washington. And also at forward, number 29, Arwin Santos. Head coach of the Beermen is Shota Kitsen. And now the starting 5 for your Purefoods TJ Giants. Also at guard, number 18, James Yap. At center, number 4, Rafi Rivas. At forward, number 15, Mark Fingers. And also at forward, number 5, Kirby Raymundo. Head coach for the TJ Giants is Ryan Gregorio.
All right, those are the starting units. Same starting unit here for the Purefoods TJ Giants game for some changes here in the starting unit for the San Miguel Beermen. And as you can see, both the apps starting here for Purefoods. All the front line here. Meantime, for San Miguel, Jonas Villanueva replacing Denok Miranda in the starting unit here for San Miguel. And of course, Daniel Defonso now starting here for the Beermen. Welcome to game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the series enters the finals. And they go up against the Alaska Aces. And I see the coaching staff of Alaska very early here in the venue, scouting their possible opponents. And game 5 is underway.
They have a great situation. They've already finished their series, and they know this series has to go at least 2 more games. This game and also on Sunday, so they can just wait back and scout.
Great first play here for the Purefoods TJ Giants. Kirby Raymundo was wide open. There's Arwin Santos. Dondon Ontiveros kicks it out. Finds Villanueva. Rebound battle won by James Yap. Here's Roger Yap leading the break. Yap against Ontiveros. So what's new? Here's Roger Yap. Dances inside. Gives it to Rafi Rivas. Second serving is good. Rafi Rivas has been playing well in this series.
You're correct about that. I mean, he has really been the unsung hero for this Purefoods team, doing most of the dirty work for them, particularly around the basket.
Has 12 points and 14 rebounds in game number 4. El Defonso with a face-up jumper too strong. Roger Yap signaling the play. Fingers on the outside. 10 seconds to shoot here for Purefoods. James Yap gives it to Roger Yap. Yap again for second serving. So very active off the boards in the opening minutes are the Purefoods TJ Giants.
And they seem to be very quick with their dribble getting to that basket. And San Miguel, right now they're having a hard time staying in front of their men defensively. You know, going into a game like this is a vital game for both teams. You want to get that 3rd win, so you're just 1 win away from making it to the championship. And when you get off to a slow start like this, just to put you in the shoes of a coach for a second, you know, you're hoping and praying you can get 2 points on the board.
Well, Coach, this is game 5 of the series. Do you think all the cards are laid on the table already? It's just some more surprises can be expected from both teams.
Well, they've played each other quite a bit this conference, so they probably know. I mean, there are always small adjustments that can be made, but pretty much the basics are there for both teams as Don breaks the ice for San Miguel.
Basically, it's a battle of execution.
That's correct.
There's Roger Yap and Fingers looking inside.
Well, nobody respecting the outside shot of Mark Fingers. Nobody's guarding him.
Not even himself. And James Yap leads in. That's too strong. And Washington recovers the loose ball. Here's Jonas Villanueva. Washington finds Arwin Santos. High looper of a shot. No good. Fast break play here for Purefoods. Pull-up jumper from Roger Yap. Asking for a foul, but he continues to play well here for Purefoods.
Yeah, you talked about the consistency of Roger Yap's play in this particular series, and you know the 2 Yaps together have really been a headache for San Miguel.
Ball will stay here with the Beermen. 13 seconds in the shot clock. Here's Daniel Defonso. Jonas Villanueva at the corner. El Defonso goes closer. El Defonso now inside the lane, and there's a foul. called by referee Joel Ngo. He's officiating the game together with referees Peter Balao and Nestor Zambrano.
As Rivas picks up that foul, and you never want to wish injuries on any players because obviously it slows down their careers, but it seems that the injury to Ildefonso might have helped him because his legs seem to be very fresh. And that was a pretty quick move going to the basket.
And you know, Coach, when you've been injured for a long time, you develop a new sense of appreciation for the game and what you had while recovering from that injury.
That's correct. Well, he did his rehabilitation at the Ateneo University, and I used to watch him every day. He tried to rehab his injury, and he was really working hard to get back into the game for San Miguel.
All right, and he knocks in the free throws. Here's James Yap. Roger Yap. Almost an errant pass there. 7 seconds to shoot. James Yap takes it and nails it. And that's a 3 for James Yap.
That type of shot is what makes James Yap who he is today in the PBA. That's just a difficult shot, but he's able to score the basket.
Is Don Ontiveros, a foul called on James Yap. We're forcing James Yap to play some defense as well.
Coach Ryan Gregorio has gotten exactly what he wanted to start this game. Remember, Purefoods got off to a great start in game number 4, scoring 35 points in the first quarter. And right now they're up 11-4.
An offensive foul called on Jay Washington.
They're going to say he pushed off to get good position for that lob pass.
And what I can observe about the Beermen now, they're not complaining as much. There were a lot of complaints there in the first quarter of that game, and
as I always tell you, Richard, they're not complaining yet.
Even the ball boy got injected. The ball boy got ejected in that game. I haven't seen that for a long time. I don't know if that was the first time it happened.
Well, one of the things San Miguel has to be aware of is the fact that Purefoods can get to the offensive boards, especially with Rivas and Mark Fingers.
There's Jay Washington. Arwin Santos off the glass for 2. First field goal for the Spider-Man. James Yap. Inside they go. Rafi Rivas with a jumper from the short corner. But once again, an offensive rebound here for Purefoods. And Rafi Rivas scoring again for his 4th point.
And we just mentioned that all 3 guys, Rafi Rivas, Mark Fingers, and Kirby Raimundo are all good rebounders, particularly on the offensive board. So it's really going to be a problem for San Miguel. They have to box out.
Villanueva drops it off to Don Ontiveros for 2. And Ontiveros has got his 4th point in the game. In the meantime, we are our first break in the action. We'll be back. Don't go away. All right, back inside the big dome. Purefoods with possession, and somebody got lost in defense. Left James Yap wide open. Lucky for them, he didn't make it. Here's Washington. Jonas Villanueva trying to get open. Arwin Santos loses the ball. Mark Pingris. Roger Yap now. Hard to say in the play. San Miguel in their zone defense. All got timeout. Pingris takes it. Another offensive rebound here for Purefoods.
That's number 5 for Purefoods. They've really been attacking the offensive boards.
There's Roger Yap. Plenty of time in the shot clock, but he decides to take it. And ball is loose. And another chance here for Purefoods. James Yap attacks the basket and gets a foul, plus the basket.
That's a twisting layup for James Yap. He's going to get to the foul line for another shot. And you know what they say, Richard, you keep giving a team 2nd and 3rd chances at the basket, eventually they're going to score.
That's correct.
And that was 2 offensive rebounds in that last play for Purefoods.
And you would think, being game 5 and being a vital game, everybody should really be aggressive in battling those for those rebounds.
A lot of times you can just take a look at the players and you can see who's fresh, who's quick, and right now Purefoods seems to be a little bit quicker than San Miguel.
Here's Jay Washington at the corner. Jonas Villanueva inside. Teardrop goes in. That's a tough shot. First field goal here for Jonas Villanueva. Reduces the lead to 5.
Let's see if San Miguel stays in that zone defense or whether they go back to man-to-man. They are picking up in a man.
Here's Roger Yap now. James Yap on the screen. Roger thinking about it. Gives it to Kirby. 5 seconds to shoot. He makes his move. Kirby underneath. Blocked. But Rivas once again for a second serving. And there's a foul.
Well, that's offensive rebound number 7 here in the first quarter for Purefoods.
And as Rafi Rivas moves to the line, let's join Gino Rufino courtside.
Thanks, Richard. Now, I spoke to both coaches during before the game, and Coach G of San Miguel said the longer the series, the better it is for us, since Purefoods had to go through a tough quarterfinals matchup with rain or shine. He also said that we cannot allow the Purefoods offense to dictate us. On defense, we have a game plan. We just need to execute it. I asked him what the game plan was. He smiled at me and said, "You'll see." On the other side, assistant coach Ronnie Magsanok said, "Our transition defense will be the key. We cannot give the Beermen fast break points. And the trend of this series is whoever has a hot start goes on to win the game. We know they made adjustments after game 4. Hopefully we can counter it." Guys?
All right, input from the hard-working assistant coaches of both teams. All of the assistant coaches in the PBA are very hard-working, coach. Do you agree?
You're an assistant coach in
Yes.
the PBA, Richard? Okay, well, I agree. Okay.
Well, it is true that Purefoods should be the more tired team coming into the series.
I don't know about wanting this series to go as long as possible, though. I mean,
Especially if they win, if San Miguel wins this game. So they want to end it right away.
that's correct, because Alaska's just waiting and resting and preparing.
Is Denok Miranda and a foul called against Mark Pinglis.
That's going to be his second personal foul.
All right, sideline inbounds here for San Miguel Beermen.
Purefoods is now dropping into a zone defense also.
Ontiveros, and that's a zone breaker from Dondon Ontiveros.
And that always breaks the coach's heart when he goes to a zone defense and the opposing team scores a 3-pointer immediately.
Roger Yap, ball tapped away by Jonas Villanueva. Here's Don Aliado checking in for Rafi Rivas.
What do you think?
Oh wait, let's see. Oh, for Mark Pingris. Okay.
That's Rafi Rivas coming in for Mark Pingris.
All right, Rafi Rivas. Bit of confusion there at the scorer's table. Thank you for confusing us as well. Roger Yap. 9 seconds to shoot here for Purefoods. James Yap against Denok Miranda. Look at Denok Miranda with his hands behind his back.
Well, he's trying to send a message to the referee that I'm not touching it, but
the message, that's a failed send. When he sent that text, it failed to send.
well,
He's still called with a foul.
he hit James Yap with his body. So there has been a lot of emphasis from the referees that players cannot use their hands to play defense. They must play defense with their feet.
So you have to pick them. Oh, and of course, our Francie Colon, the refreshing face of the game, Miss Kanna Okawa. Japanese, huh? Kanna Okawa.